Yeah, I ain't gonna pop out.
I still forget one of them at some point. One day.
One day.
When we're not doing YouTube anymore, I'll remember every one of these.
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe. All right. Now what
All
we got going on? My nose is itching. Somebody's talking about this already. They're saying they're never going to get that live straight.
They ain't never going to get this done. Hello, everybody. Danny and Wanda back from Deepsouth Homestead.
We got a lot of people done popped in already.
Yeah, I was just sitting here looking at them. I'm carrying on some good conversations. A lot of people from a lot of different places. Bayman, Alabama.
Yeah, I saw Alabama Gardner.
Yeah.
Too. She's doing well enough to join us tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, Pam Wade says she's in Baymanette.
Oh boy, I'm sleepy today, guys.
My friend Martha was from.
Yeah.
Her and Marty.
State Line, Mississippi. Deidre, I've been to State Line.
Yeah. Southeast Kansas, Ohio. Wild turkey, a barbecue commercial.
Barbecue commercial.
I'm so full right now, I don't think I could eat barbecue, man. But it does sound good.
Hello,
Connecticut.
Lisa King from Kentucky.
We got lots of people. New shirts, yes, new shirts.
Vickwick Gardens from Connecticut. I used to live in Connecticut. I lived in Kent, South Kent, Connecticut, just outside New Milford. I lived there for a while.
Beverly Michael, happy birthday. We also want to wish Miss Lippy. Y'all say happy birthday to Miss
everybody
Lippy.
Tell Miss Lippy happy birthday.
And you might as well tell Mr. Buddy happy birthday because his is coming up. And you might as well tell him happy anniversary because she just did it all in a wad so she wouldn't have to remember but 1 month.
That's a wise move, you know that?
She planned it that way. She found her a guy that was his birthday was close to hers.
Was close to hers.
That's what she said, and then she planned it so they got happy birthdays to both of them and an anniversary all in a wad.
Got it all over with.
So Miss Lippy, happy anniversary, happy birthday.
And
she got some blueberries. I sent her some blueberries through the mail, y'all, and she got them.
Yeah.
They didn't get mashed or anything. So y'all look for some blueberry jam or something in her canning videos before long.
Oh, man. This thing's moving on. Okay, hold on. Darlene, right. Go back on that one. Let me look and see what Darlene had to say. Back up, right there, hold. So let me put it this way.
You're kicking off and on. Hold on.
Okay, hold on.
All right, now start again.
Yeah, we're hoping by the end of the year to have something going on pretty serious. So let me put it that way.
And we may let y'all kind of know, we didn't do a video on Deepsouth explaining everything. We did one over on Pecan Grove, and I told Danny, I said, we've got some questions on Deepsouth, wondering where we went because nobody watches us regular over here, so they don't keep up with Pecan Grove. They don't know to go to Pecan Grove. So we are at 18 something at Pecan Grove. So y'all help us get to 20,000. That'd be great.
Yeah.
So we are gradually going to be phasing Deepsouth, the gardening and everything out.
Right.
By the end of the year anyway. And it's all going to be at Pecan Grove. We do hope to be at Pecan Grove with a house, shop. We already have a barn. We have gardening, you know. So we're doing all that.
We've got a lot of our infrastructure well underway here. I still have some more fencing to do. Of course, I'm still have some shop work to do before I get, you know, it's just going to take me some time. There's only one of me. And by the time I garden, do shop work, you know.
All the fencing, the animals.
The fencing, yeah.
We've narrowed the animals down, so we only have, let's see, we have Duke, Trixie, Candy, Hadassah, Shushan, and then
we have
3 babies
right now. Rudy,
4 babies.
Yeah, we have Rudy and 2 other males. The only ones left.
Okay, 3 babies.
3 babies.
And before long, we'll have it narrowed down and figured out which ones we're actually keeping. We're keeping Duke, Hadassah, Candy, and Shushan that we know of for sure. And possibly one of the little males to see how he does. But we've already moved chickens to Pecan Grove. We've moved rabbits to Pecan Grove. He's working on the shop. We're getting it there, y'all. So we'll kind of give you some heads up along the way, but we are going to do a sit-down talk on Deep South, maybe
Yeah.
this week, and do some explaining, because not everybody that joins us live, and not everybody is over on Pecan Grove. And new
Yeah.
shirts, yes.
Yes, we have new shirts. Hold on a minute. Lisa, we are not going to pull our videos down on Deep South. We will leave
No.
them over there. We're not going to be moving them over here. And hello, Suzanne.
I need to get with you. I keep saying that and I haven't done that.
Danny, do you see a water event coming? Yes. The answer is yes. I'm not going to put a time frame on that because I don't think anyone can really put a time frame. I can tell you it's not a long way off. I can probably tell you that.
Oh, and Porch Time and our live will stay on Deep South because we are Deep South.
Yeah.
It's just that we're changing properties. So he'll continue as long as God gives him something to say on Porch Time.
Yeah.
We'll probably do some sit-down talks occasionally on Deep South, or I may go back and redo some of the older videos. We don't have but 3,000 videos on Deep South.
Yeah.
And they might need some upgrading.
Sherry, yes, you can go ahead and put the azomite on them now. It's not going to hurt anything.
All right, let me show them up close and personal this part of the t-shirt. Tell me when I get it where they can see it.
Right there.
That is the front of our new
That's
t-shirt.
the logo on the front of the new t-shirts.
Okay, and we're going to be just talking about those in just a little bit, but we ain't going to show you the back.
Yeah. We're not going to talk
we
about
got
that
reasoning
yet.
behind that.
Okay, are you going to build a storm shelter at Pecan Grove? Yes, we will build a storm shelter at Pecan Grove. Are you going to live at Pecan Grove or stay at Deep South Homestead? We will retire
To
to Pecan Grove. We will not be living at Deep South Homestead. If you watch our videos, we told you we will be selling Deep South Homestead at some point in the future.
Actually, we said that on Pecan Grove, so anybody that don't go to Pecan Grove don't know that.
Yeah.
That's where the confusion was coming in. So we're going to do a sit-down talk.
Next it said, I had a dream last week about water coming up from the ground and waves coming down the hill. Actually, we've talked to a lot of people who are having dreams about water. I myself have had two. So it definitely a lot of people are having dreams about water issues.
Yeah, buddy. Says, Danny, how many people are going to ask you the same questions they asked last Saturday night? Probably every one of them, because we get them every Saturday night, but it's usually different people that pop in. And I know our regulars say, oh, we get tired of the same questions all the time. But when you have new people pop in and they want to know something, they ask a question that they don't realize that somebody asked last week and the week before and the week before and the week before. So Danny does try to answer things.
My new Tennessee home, water event, I'm on a mountain, no problem. Well, don't let that fool you, my new Tennessee home. There's things about Tennessee I'll talk to y'all about later in the program that might blow your socks off. So just don't think that you're out of the water just yet. One here said, I had dreams about sinkholes.
Well, that's going to be
that's another big issue.
Because of the water, or even because they're fracking underneath, oil wells, lots of reasons.
Can I put my dwarf Cavendish in the ground in South Carolina zone? Yeah, you can put Cavendish in the ground. It doesn't mean they're going to grow bananas unless you put something around them that's actually going to, to give them the full time that they need to actually grow bananas and not freeze.
We're not going to be sharing any of the house build or anything like that.
Jeff, we're not even going to be sharing any of the storm shelter build, because if we do, it'll be around the house and stuff like that. So we're not going to be sharing any of that.
The house we want to keep private because of a lot of issues and things that's been going on for the last few years. We've always shown Deep South inside out and everything. So this time we're showing only gardening, the shop, things like that we're not too worried about. But there's lots of things about the house that we just really chose not to show this time. And it's just going to be a really simple house. It's nothing fancy like some people are building and all. Ours is going to be
Yeah.
very simple and basic, just for our
Okay.
needs.
Lisa Allen says, is it too late to plant sweet corn in Zone 8 in Dallas, Texas area? Yes, it's too late to plant sweet corn. Sweet corn is a cool weather crop. You cannot really plant
Let me talk about
sweet
this
corn right now.
J.T. Miller sent this book this week. And y'all, I like to read, I don't even know what you'd call it, but it's like a novel, a lot of it's kind of true, but yet it's not. Fictional characters, maybe a fictional novel, I don't know. But I picked this up, and you can ask Danny. I read it, in less than 24 hours?
Yeah.
In between I was doing stuff, I was sitting down reading. So I got hooked in this book by J.T. Miller, Shot. Very good book. Enjoyed it. So I don't have a link to it in the Amazon thing, but if you just like reading novels, you'll probably get into that one. Now this one I just started. This one was also sent this week. And this one was by Connie. Connie sent it. The Invisible Rainbow, A History of Electricity and Life. I've already gotten, Danny's laughed at me because we've gotten tickled at the first few pages of it. You wouldn't believe some of the things they've done. And y'all make fun of us in electroculture sometimes. Some of you don't, but some people do. After you read just the first 20 pages of this one, it goes back into the 1800s. Some of the things they did with electricity before electricity was electricity is funny. It really is. So it's been going a long time.
Let me catch a few of these here. Anne Marie says, first time growing round zucchinis. How large do they get at maturity? You do not want to let them get too big around in diameter, about this, a little bit bigger than a baseball. Because if you let them get too big, we learned, they bear like crazy. Last year we had them running out our ears. And if you let them get too big, the seeds in them get to be too big. And they're not really good. You want to get them when they're about the size of a baseball is what we found really really
Okay, I
works
said
good.
the wrong name.
What?
This book was from Nancy. Nancy sent this book. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Connie sent the other stuff here. I'm so.
Okay. Jeff Outdoor says, evening, Danny and Wanda. What are your thoughts on stocking a sun oven for the SHTF? Sun ovens are really good, Jeff. You know, if you suspect that you're not going to have any electricity, then the sun oven is a good way to go. You can do rocket stoves, sun ovens. I mean, there's lots of ways that you can go to be able to cook. Danny, do you have one mulberry tree that you like the best out of all you have? Yes, I have one at Deepsouth Homestead, right now in the back here by the high tunnel. That thing
It's
is
huge.
It is so awesome.
And it produces the big,
Oh,
long
yeah,
purple
it's
berries.
big old long purple ones. I love that tree. And I don't know the name of it because we just got it from an elderly lady.
She was growing them like sprouts. She had a tree and she was sprouting them. And she gave us 2 sprouts and we put them in our backyard. And they just sat there for a long time.
They
maybe
sit
a
there,
year or
well,
2.
until we were getting ready to build the pond.
And then when we built the pond, it was holding water and they just took off. And then one of them was too close to the pond and it got waterlogged, and Danny didn't realize it till it was too late.
Yeah.
It produced abundantly that year and then it just died, and he realized it had gotten water up to the roots and got waterlogged. But the other one's sitting off the pond just enough, and it's made a big, beautiful tree, and they are so sweet.
Oh, they are so, so good.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, let's see here. Danny, do you graft any plants? Darlene, yes, I do graft plants. I have videos.
Trees, but not plants.
Well, trees are plants. I mean, I have videos grafting pear trees and just all kinds of different trees, apples and stuff like that. I do have videos on that over here on Deepsouth Homestead.
I don't think we've done any plants. All right. You ready for me to
Delta Prepper said, are you planning on building a root cellar and a smokehouse at Pecan Grove? Yes, we will have both at Pecan Grove. Okay, Miss Wanda's jumping at the bits here. She can't be still. She's about to worry me to death.
Connie. Yes. She sent Ben and Judy's sugar house maple sugar candy. They're shaped like leaves. And the other pack's gone, by the way. There was 2 of them.
Yeah, she's done ate one of them.
This is pure maple syrup from New York. Y'all seem to know when I'm running out and I have to go buy some because some shows up in the mail the week I run out. So this is from New York. And then this one is Ben and Judy's bourbon barrel aged maple syrup. So it was in the barrel that was in. I hadn't tried any of this. Now I did try this one. The Dancing Dog Maple Sugar Flapjacks. Okay. All right, I think we're back.
Okay. Let me see here. Diana wants to know, what do you use in your high tunnels to keep the grass out? We don't have a grass problem in our high tunnels because we might have a sprig come up every so often in one of the raised beds, but for the most part, we don't.
The floor, we have
we've got ground cover on the floor.
And we get grass coming up in the raised bed some, but it's because he put our soil, some of our soil and mixture that we had that had some grass seeds in it. But once you pull that up a time or two, it gets less and less. And after a while, the dirt doesn't have any grass in it.
Okay, Reno Davis says, how do you deal with the squash vine borers? I've got a Tatum squash which is supposed to be resistant, but my plants are still getting destroyed. Wanda and I, of course, first we visually inspect our squash plants on a daily basis. Secondly, we use fish emulsion right around the base of the roots and all inside the plants in there. We spray them with fish emulsion. And we also use Dr. Earth's Golden Bloom, high phosphorus. It smells to high heaven. Good Lord, it smells bad. But we've had really good success with that, keeping the squash bugs and borers and stuff like that out of my stuff.
All right. Any tips on how to get rid of honeysuckle?
That's canned squash. Well, unless you've got cows, goats, sheep, or something like that, honeysuckle is it's a good deer food if you like to feed deers, because we actually fertilize it here in our food plots. When it comes up around the food plots or in the woods, we'll fertilize a patch of it in the woods and put some lime on it and stuff like that. And then when hunting season comes, it's going to be a sure spot for the deer to go to.
All right, Joe Doe asked, have we tried agricultural vinegar for weed spray?
We are just in the process of doing that. At Pecan Grove, we have some weeds coming up around our pier. We just went and purchased some high acidic vinegar. Mm-hmm. I got to get some in my sprayer, and I got to spray because we don't want to get any chemicals around the pond. We're going to try using just the vinegar around the edges where we got the grass at.
ABC XYZ, we have a P.O. box, and this was sent to our P.O. box. It's listed as how they sent stuff to us, and I wasn't expecting it. Maple, we don't get maple here in the South unless somebody sends it to us. You can buy it in the grocery store, but this little bottle right here,
oh gosh,
in the grocery store, I don't even know if it's this big.
It ain't quite that big.
It's smaller than this. It's like $8 to $10.
Yeah, it's around $10. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know what this one might have cost, but that's how much it was for them. Can I put black mulch from Home Depot in the bottom of a raised bed? I assume not due to dyes. Sheila.
Sheila, I would not. I'm not a person who deals with mulch. I'm not the right person to ask that question to, because I don't believe in mulch. Here in the Deep South, it is a very risky thing when you use mulch because of the fire ants and the termites, and all that kind of stuff. They just love to build in mulch. So we don't use mulch unless I'm mowing it with the lawnmower, bagging it up. Then I'll put the fresh grass clippings in the garden. But I will not use any kind of other mulch in the garden.
Mulch,
I will not use any kind of wood or plastic or anything like that.
All right, Susie Q NC said, our young apple tree has got hit with fire blight. The tip ends of the tree is turning brown. Is there anything we can spray?
Susie Q, once you get fire blight started in a tree, the only thing you can do is go back to the fresh wood below it and cut it off and hope that you can stop it before it takes the whole tree. Fire blight is caused by several things. Some trees are very susceptible to it. Some varieties are. Other things is high nitrogen amounts, like being planted next to a chicken pen or something like that. It has a lot of trouble with fire blights when you got a lot of nitrogen. Your pear trees are susceptible to it. Your apple trees are susceptible to it. Things to this nature, plum trees, these kind of things are really, really bad about getting fire blight if you don't get a blight-resistant variety.
All right, Angela said, thank you for answering the email on the peach trees, but she wants to know any tips on how to treat the peach tree for peach tree borers.
The only thing you can do is just spray it with a chemical. Now, there are other ways that are just called old wives' tale ways. I mean, you can put bleach around the bottom of the tree. You can cover the bottom of the tree with a whitewash made out of lime, or you can use a white latex paint on the bottom of the tree. You can use lime or wood ash heavy on the ground around the base of the tree and stuff like that. I mean, there's lots of old wives' tales that allegedly work. I haven't actually tried all of them, so I can't guarantee you that. The only one I've ever really tried was the painting of the tree white, and that seemed to help some.
Why would you use cotton holes in your garden? Why won't you use cotton holes in the garden? I've used it for 35 years.
Cotton hulls here, Joel, have been sprayed with Roundup So Heavy and other pesticides and chemicals and stuff like that. We would rather not put that in our soil to get these chemicals in our soil that we possibly can't get out of the soil in the future. So that's why we don't use any cottonseed meal. We don't use any cottonseed hulls, anything like that, because most of those fields are burnt down with Roundup before they're harvested, and a lot of them have Roundup sprayed on them and pesticides constantly. So we prefer not to put anything that has those kind of chemicals in it.
All right, Darlene wants to know what type of wood will you use for the shelves in your prepper shack?
I will probably just use white spruce pine, because that's about the only thing here that we can get a 1x12 board in. It's just plain old white pine. We don't really have any other options where we live at here.
Happy Dog says, hey, from Houston, it's already around 100 degrees. It was 99.5
99.5 today with a heat index of 107.
It was warm.
It was hot. It wasn't warm.
It got very warm. Danny, my tomato plants are beautiful, but the leaves are wilting. What's the problem? That's Miss Gail.
Ms. Gail,
some of ours has been doing that too.
Ours has been doing it a little bit. You know, I mean, it could be not enough water, too much heat, graze on. I mean, it could be there's a 100 different things out there it could be.
We pulled one up that did that this past week, and what'd you think? I mean, it's like the roots weren't really there.
One of ours just completely wilted, and I pulled it up, and it's like a fully grown plant had dampened off. That's the first time I've ever had a full-grown plant do that. I actually thought something had eat the roots off on it, and when I pulled it up, it didn't really have any roots.
And it's really, the ground is not wet around it.
No, the ground was not wet.
To even know why.
The roots was actually beginning to rot on the bottom of the tomato plant. I have never had that happen, because I know it's not overwatered.
Okay, Mississippi Soldier 369 says,
why are my grape leaves turning yellow and grapes turning black.
Mm.
Oh, Mississippi Soldier, I don't know. Usually leaves turn yellow because it's of a lack of nitrogen, but I've never had my grapes to turn black before.
Maybe because would it be not enough water and they're shriveling?
Well, I was thinking it's possible that there's not enough water there.
That'll turn the leaves yellow also.
Yeah. But the grapes turning black is what's throwing me. I honestly don't know an accurate answer to that. I don't want to lie to you. So the only thing I know about yellow leaves, nitrogen and water. Those are your big issues.
All right, Miss Nadia's canning some black beans there. A lot of people can while they listen to us.
So outside of spraying a chemical, if you get them in the rubber bug stage, we call them rubber bug, when they're in their little soft larva stage, if you can get them in that stage, you can spray them with BT. But once you get in that Colorado potato beetle stage, it's going to take a harsh chemical if you don't want to go through there and pick them off. If you wait till they dry completely,
it is just kicking back.
They will, and when you take them off, you can use them to make water-based stain out of. I mean, lots of your old furniture makers used them for that purpose. But other than that, we've got walnut trees, and I don't really use the hulls off of them for anything.
Miss Leslie says, are you going to have a fireplace with a wood stove or a freestanding wood stove in the new house?
We will have wood stoves. We will not have a fireplace again.
What's your favorite way to preserve an abundance of blackberries? Well, this year I have made some blackberry juice because it's very good for the stomach. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying it's good for you to drink blackberry juice. And you can make jam, blackberry jelly. You can just freeze them and later make cobblers, But I like the juice because it doesn't have the seeds in it. And you can use it to make cobblers.
Yes. Okay.
Didn't hear anything you said about potato beetles because it kicked off.
The only way you can control potato beetles is if you catch them in the rubber bug stage, and you can spray them then with BT, but if not, you're going to have to use a harsh chemical, or either you're just going to have to pick them off by hand. Pamela Fury says, been planting in the same spot for years. The sun hit at 11:30, and now it's 1:30. Well, there's a reason for that. The Earth has tilted just a little bit off of its axis, and that is causing the sun to be in a different place at a different time now.
All right. Yeah, it's buffering. I don't know what in the world. Danny's got to work with the internet and find a different spot or something.
It ain't that. It's just every time we go live, it does it.
It's going to do it the whole time.
Yeah, it does this. When we try to go live, it does this.
What's the best way to get rid of white flies? I don't know. You tell me and we'll both know.
Yeah, white flies has become one of those mysteries to us that we have tried every way in the book.
I use yellow stickies sometimes, and that does pretty good, but you're never going to get all of them that way. Any cure for leaf curl on peach trees?
Nothing other than spraying chemicals. I mean, that's about,
Okay, so on Pecan Grove, we showed the Danny corn this week.
Yeah.
And we're going to be harvesting probably tomorrow. We're going to look around and see if we can find enough ears to make some fried corn. That's the way Danny and I like it.
Yeah.
And if there's some out there, we're going to harvest some this week and cut it off and put it in the freezer for fried corn in the future. Since my poor pitiful sweet corn looks bad. Chris felt sorry for me and brought me 30 years the other day of sweet corn. But mine, if I get 10 or 15, and that's if Danny don't ride around and go look for raccoons and stuff. He's going to have to go over there and just spend the night riding everywhere and killing stuff. You did get something, though.
I got a possum last night.
Yeah.
I did. When I was at Pecan Grove last night riding around, it was a miracle.
Didn't you get something today?
Huh?
Did you shoot today?
No, I didn't shoot nothing today.
Well, somebody did. I heard somebody
shoot. We had
shoot.
family over today. I didn't shoot nothing.
This was before they were here or afterward? Okay, so somebody shot somewhere on around. What does Danny's hat say?
Parish tractor or Kubota.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, so with the
Lance Crawford says, "How can I keep green tomatoes for fried green tomatoes all year?" Oh my word! Well, tomatoes naturally turn red even if you wrap them in brown paper bags. But the only way is you're just going to have a greenhouse or something like that where you can raise yourself some green tomatoes all year long. That's what we do.
Somebody was asked about cherries. I don't usually have any cherries, but if you wanted to, you could use a juicer steamer if you have it to juice it out for juice, or you'd have to do it the old-fashioned way and just put them in there and strain them out. Strain the cherry juice, add a little bit of sugar or honey or whatever you want to sweeten it, and freeze it. Mimsy says she cans green tomatoes. I've seen people do that.
Yes.
I'm just not I don't eat green tomatoes, so I guess it's not something I can do. All right, so
I like fried green tomatoes.
I don't know. We're going to talk about this in a little bit. I guess it's now I got to ask the question. This would help us to determine different merchandise and different things we're going to be doing in the future, because Danny's daughter Carrie was here today.
Yeah.
And she's going to be.
You didn't put her
handling
picture
that.
up, did you?
No, I have not. Let me show this.
Let's Miss Wanda show you the time I had with me and my daughter today. This was me and my daughter today.
Let's see if I can get it where it'll shine.
You gotta get out of the light of that computer.
Where?
You done changed the screen.
Oh, that's not you.
That is not me.
All right, so what are we doing to get this where we can see?
Okay.
That looks better, don't it?
Yes, that's my youngest daughter. Her and her husband and all the grandkids stopped by today.
We got to meet 2 new grandkids.
Yes. My daughter is going to be working on a new line for Wanda and I. These shirts that we have on right here, the new Pecan Grove shirts.
That's our logo. Well, where is it?
Right there. She's going to be doing the shirts for us. We've just not had good luck with a lot of these other companies, so my daughter is going to take over this for us and start producing our t-shirts, hats. If you want a dinner plate, tumblers, all kinds of stuff like that. We've asked her to set up her shop so that she can actually do our stuff for us, and she has graciously agreed to. Now it will be about 3 weeks before she has all the equipment set up like she needs to be able to.
She's working on designs and stuff.
Yes.
She don't want to just jump out there with one design, but we have one design already.
Yeah, these are ones she brought today. Now we have given her several different logos that we want her to use. One will be LCE, like a life-changing event.
Yeah, several people had asked about those, and so she's going to tweak what we had and fix it so it can go on hats or tumblers or t-shirts or whatever y'all might want.
Some possible porch time shirts.
Yeah.
And hats. Let's see. Garden like your life depends on it, because it does. You know, these types of things, we're going to tweak a lot of our older stuff that we had. But she is a graphic designer, and really she does a fantastic job. As a matter of fact, we're fixing to show you one of our newest shirts that she has created.
No, I'm not
here.
going to show it to them yet.
I thought you said you was.
Nope. You got to give me time. Now, you put it in.
Okay.
I need y'all, because we're looking at different slogans and different things.
Yeah.
Y'all are our #1 person that knows us better than we know ourselves. So I need y'all to garden like your life depends on it, because it does. We really thought about that one. It keeps buffering. They're cotton shirts. I was looking, somebody was saying something. 90% of the stuff comes from overseas, but this one says Beverly.
Lord, what's wrong with this thing?
Okay, so this one, did it Go back in.
It's going in and out, in and out, in and out, and it has not done that all day.
It doesn't do it ever, except when we live stream.
When we live stream, the only time it does it.
What we're trying to do is I need words. Y'all hadn't given me any words yet. So ideas. Climate change.
Ah.
Oh. Y'all hit the thumbs up
Yeah.
too. It's like they don't want us on. No, they don't. And our videos get dumped out, and they never hit an algorithm. Used to, they did, but they don't. Words for what? Words that Danny says.
Words that I use on a regular basis, you know, just phrases, because we're actually looking for phrases.
Danny corn, pecan prepared, dynamic duo, farm all, pockets.
Everybody wants pockets on these shirts.
I'll have to ask her about that because the logo could go on the pocket, so that's a plus.
Nothing new under the sun.
Oh, wasn't there some kind of solar something coming in?
Yes, we got hit by a 9.5 solar
That
flare.
could be part of it too.
That's
today.
it. That could be.
The love of God. Look up. I hadn't thought about that.
I hadn't thought about that one. I can't talk about it. Cadillacing.
I see that going several times. Yeah. Cadillacing. How can I put this? You do say that a lot.
Yeah, I do.
I hadn't thought of that. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yep, that's it.
All over the place.
Gardens Cadillacing.
Need a tip. Life-changing event. It's cyclical.
Yeah. Welfare cows. Electroculture.
Oh, they giving us some good ideas. I hope Carrie's watching. Fire answer straight from hell. No, that one might get you a lot of shirts.
That one get me a lot of shirts. Climate is as climate does. That's it. Welfare cows.
Fixing to. He says fixing to
I'm
all the time.
speaking in riddles. That's
Playing
it.
in the dirt.
Yeah.
It stinks to high heaven.
Yeah. I do say
that.
that. Yes. Screaming hot. Earth-changing events.
You can't change that either. Keep your
eyes on the sky. Yep.
A lot of them saying thumbs up for Cadillacing.
It is what it is.
Fruition.
Yep.
Stupid should hurt. Yeah, well, Zach over at American Homestead has the Stupid Should Hurt shirt.
Yeah.
So if y'all like those shirts, go see Zach. He has those.
Calm down. Word of wisdom. MCE is inbound. Messing with not an MCE.
All right, I don't know if Miss Lippy's got me some. She's supposed to have me somebody. I don't know what she's doing.
Let's see
Lippy.
here.
Okay, she did. ABCXYZ. Okay. ABCXYZ. And I'm going to show y'all why. Let me see what she's saying. Okay, Lippy, why are you sending me more names? I only got one. Unless that's for something else. Or the second two for something else. Just answer me that right quick, because I'm sitting here going, oh wait, before I done said ABCXYZ, I think we got that right. Let's see what she's saying.
Winter Homestead says, hi, Carrie.
No, the two names are for... The other two names are for something else, remember? I only need one of these. Okay, ABCXYZ.
ABCXYZ, you're going to have to send us some info here now.
Deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com or pecangrove@gmail.com. We do have an email for Pecan Grove. I'm working on Pecan Grove. Okay, guys?
All right.
This is why a lot of y'all... Look what we got. How's it looking?
Right there. Stop right there. Oh. Come up to right there. Plants Cadillac in healthy dirt. This is our newest design on one of our shirts by my daughter that we will be selling
in a few weeks.
In a few weeks.
How do y'all like that?
Through her site now, not us.
Yeah, we're not selling them. She will be.
Yeah, she'll be selling them
They say they love it and they love the color. Porch time with a picture of a swing. We're working
on that one.
That's going to be a new one. So ABCXYZ, send me an email and I'll try to catch up with it. I probably have her address somewhere and she's probably bought.
Late 40s Cadillac, yep.
We do not sell pecan pies.
No.
In the future, Danny hopes, and it won't be this year and it may not be next year, but it might be next year, that we might have pecans.
Yeah.
And it's according to how our trees
yes,
do.
ABCXYZ, you won that.
You won that shirt. Yeah, did I not say what she won?
You didn't tell them what they won. You won the shirt, so please send us your information.
All right, that is an extra large shirt. Now, I don't know if it'll fit you or not. Maybe if it doesn't fit you, it'll fit somebody you know.
Check that the Cadillac font isn't copyrighted.
She probably looked that up, you know. She's pretty good about keeping up with that kind of stuff. They want the swing with the heart in the back. Well, we have that, so we'll see how that goes. She'll have to kind of tweak those things, but she also has a job, so 4 kids she's taking care of. So, so we're giving her time to get everything set up, and her name on Etsy and on Facebook. She's setting up a Facebook thing. Will be Rustic Charm Fields. Fields. Rustic Charm Fields, because they also have a farm, and they hope to incorporate some products in that later. So she's probably steadily working. Happy cows. All right.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, we wanted to bring the bluebirds back in here at Pecan Grove because once we started that channel, we thought, what are we going to do? I worked on the logo for a long time. I actually designed that logo, not her, but I sent it to her and she used it. And that's what we have on the Pecan Grove channel. I keep forgetting which channel we own. We own Deepsouth.
We're on Deepsouth.
On the Pecan Grove channel, that's what this logo right here is in the little icon or avatar, whatever you want to call it. So if you're not subscribed to Pecan Grove, please go over and join us, because that's where we're going to be more than we're at Deepsouth now. Except for porch time and live streams.
Yes. All right. Now.
My nose is itching.
Oh.
Now we do have a couple of other things we're going to be giving away in a little bit, and we'll figure that one out shortly, I guess.
Yeah, you've already got the names for those.
I don't think that was what she sent.
Yeah, because she sent you 2 more, didn't she?
Nobody said anything when we talked about it a while ago, so I don't know. Unless they did and I missed it.
Okay.
She said there's no winners for that yet. So
okay.
We'll have to talk about it again and see if anybody says anything. Okay.
A basket full of produce would look nice.
Now, we had a shirt years ago that had a basket full of produce and Deepsouth Homestead on the logo. And we sold a few of them. Danny and I probably over the years haven't sold that many t-shirts. We don't push t-shirts and all. We kind of design them, throw them out there, and we never talk about them unless we're wearing them every now and then.
People are saying long sleeve shirts would be great.
She's going to have a variety, and if she does custom like these, she'll probably do these in 1 color, 2 colors with this logo. But if you decide you want a different color or sleeveless, short sleeve, long sleeve, you want something besides what she has, it would be a custom order, and so it'll be just a touch higher to do a custom order.
Now there's cul-de-sac grocery garden says a shirt with Danny and the corn, and it says Danny corn on it.
Yeah.
There's our Danny corn. There's another one. Lori says Danny corn.
Yeah. So we do really need to do a Danny corn.
Okra will really be white. One of them says they planted white okra, but it's green. All white okra is white. Ours.
It's not really white. Let me go get one.
Ms. Wanda, we just picked a pod. I'm going to let Ms. Wanda let you look at it. And you'll kind of... it's white. Ain't no telling where you put it at, but anyway, let's see here. Kicking back and enjoying live picture of Danny and Wanda fishing off the deck. Another one says, yes, Danny corn. Picture of the corn, the tractor, and Danny. Need a Mr. Danny eradicate some t-shirts. I can reach 8 feet with Danny showing his candy corn. Person said theirs look white to them.
It's kind of a white color. I found it. I stuck it in with the grapes.
I figured you.
It was
You put it in an odd place, I figured.
Yeah, it was stuck in with the grapes. Wouldn't that be where you put okra?
I mean,
it's got a green tint.
It's got a slight greenish tint, but it's pretty. It's got a lot of white on it.
I mean, it's really light green if you want to technically get technical, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So it was in with the grapes. I should have brought some grapes. Some grapes are good.
Oh, those grapes. That's what we ought to be snacking on, is those grapes.
Yeah. Sweet Potato King.
Yeah. Danny for president. Trust me, you don't want me for president.
No, you don't.
I would straighten this whole mess out in just a...
Pamela says your new shop looks great.
Oh, thank you.
Where are your glasses? He forgot them.
No, they're right here.
Oh, he's got... Oh, you do have
them. They're right
okay.
here.
A candy corn shirt. Yeah.
I can put these on. I can see a lot better.
She will have them in all sizes, I'm sure. But she just didn't know how many to keep in stock or whatever, because once you start, you don't know. She don't want to order 100 shirts and she sells 3, or she don't want to order 10 shirts and she sells 100. It's kind of a how to know approximately how many people would buy some and stuff. It's something she's trying to fill out here so she knows the stock.
Let's see here.
Corn cows, flowers, and high tunnel.
Tamara says we might want Danny for president.
Janine says we need you for president.
Look, I'm telling you, you think Donald Trump would clean the swamp? You ain't seen me yet.
Those grapes look phenomenal. They taste good.
They are so good. Oh my word, they're so good.
Cammie, we will not be taking the walk-in cooler from Deepsouth because Danny pretty much put that one to stay in place.
That one,
it ain't going
That
nowhere.
one ain't. It can't be took apart. The way I put it together.
If it comes apart, it'll come apart.
Yeah, you definitely.
So we plan on possibly doing a brand new one at some time in the future.
Yeah.
And coffee mugs, yes, I think she can do coffee mugs.
Yeah, you can do dinner plates, coffee mugs. She can do tumblers, hats,
and t-shirts.
T-shirts. Probably do hoodies if you wanted a hoodie.
Yeah, I think all that. Any type of shirt.
Any
would
kind of shirts.
Work.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see here.
Start with mayor. Who is our mayor? I don't know our mayor.
You don't want to know our mayor.
Our mayor passed away from the sea several years ago, so I really don't know who the mayor is now.
He's a black guy.
Yeah, but it's not somebody I know personally. Do pre-orders for t-shirts to avoid inventory issues. Well, I'm gonna let her decide on that, what she's gonna do. But it's gonna be 3 to 4 weeks because she has several things to set up and make sure the Etsy's just right and all that before she starts. So she knows she's got everything doing good. Prayer request for my brother's wife. She's having heart surgery. We want to remember prayer request. Cynthia from Farm 78 sent me a message today. She's having some issues, so
Mr. Ray wants us to continue to pray for his wife. She has lupus, I remember that.
And my friend Leslie, she just got out of the hospital, having some heart issues. Let's see, where are we at?
Jan says, Danny for president, it's time to take out the trash.
Got sweet potatoes. Pecan Grove. Yeah, that would look good.
Darlene says, boy, tonight is going too quick. Really, it has.
Yeah, and Cindy Farmer's got a good one. You say soil, I say dirt.
That's it. Can grow and freeze. Sending prayers to everyone, Butterfly says. Yes, for pictures of the Dexters.
Jen and Mike said calculus with cows. That's a pretty cool one with one of your cows up there. Candy. Candy looks like the old... the old Elsie type.
Candy
just, to me, she reminds me of Elsie. Like, if you're my age.
Now, Dolly reminded me more of Elsie than Candy did.
Candy looks like the... Well, there's one
of them that's a Borden.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, one of them is Borden. Then you had Elsie was on the ice cream.
Well, who was the Borden cow? I don't know if it had a name, did it? Candy just reminds me of one of them.
Yeah, she's...
Calculus. I like that.
I like that.
I'll have to see if I can remember these, because I'm not writing them down, y'all. I'll always say dirt. Yeah. That's why we put healthy dirt on this one.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all noticed on this one, I love the way she did this. The word Cadillac, she used a different font so that it's kind of fancy. And then the word dirt, tell me if they can see that.
Yeah, you got to look at it really close. If you can pull it up and look at how the word dirt is kind of speckled and mangledy looking.
Yeah, as the worm turns with your high tunnel.
That's nice. Thank you.
Learning to live, Texas Homestead. Thank you. But you know, we started out when we were using this. I told her, I said, I think it should have a Cadillac in it. And I don't know if I got the picture, but y'all, no winners on the other one. Okay. Let me see. I don't know if I can run back and find the first picture that we came up with. Jen sent me the calculus. I'm looking for the original.
There ain't no telling what you...
We've been going way back.
You must have been.
Just a minute, I'm finding the original.
Let's see.
This was only I sent her a pink one, and she said, "I don't know if Dad's gonna wear pink," but this was the original that we started out with. That Cadillac with veggies in it is what we started out with before she came up with the other Cadillac. Only it was pink when I sent it to her, and she said, I don't think Dad's going to wear a pink shirt.
There's that joker again.
What joker?
Putting up all them smiley faces and hands. He pops in ever so often. Yeah, but I don't think it's his wife.
I think she's doing it.
You think she's doing it? You think
so.
She's as guilty as he is?
Of course.
Oh, my word.
Trust Jen. We got a lot of Jen, y'all.
Chris has rubbed off on her.
I know. Oh, they're the ones that brought me. Well, Chris did. Jen was kind of incapacitated that night, but
yeah,
she had a little something going on. But brought me some corn, and Chris is one that comes and helps us off.
Yeah, Chris comes and Chris is a blessing. Really, him and Jen are a blessing.
New shirt saying DIRT, do it right today. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Gina says, pray for my son, Tom. He has schizophrenia. Gina, it's going to be a lot worse in the next
Wifey and Chris
6 to 8 months, because we've got like 18 or 19 more solar flares coming. And when solar flares seem to kick up, people who have these types of issues, anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, it just gets worse because it messes with the mind. The magnetic stuff messes with the mind. So just please understand that. They can't help it.
And I don't know if there's very much you can, I don't know if anything that could really level it out right now.
No, even me. I mean, I'm getting where I stay dizzy a lot because when these solar, I can tell when a solar flare comes in just as well because all of a sudden my dizziness comes back, and then when it's over, it goes away.
Norma said that she lives in Alberta, Canada, and she said it is too cold to grow anything. They've had 2 killing frost in a week.
Yeah, somebody a while ago was talking about that on here. I didn't get a chance to answer them.
And see, Darlene says she's been crying over everything. It works on the emotions.
It does.
So kind of know that that's gonna be a part of this weirdness that's going on with the sun right now. People get really kind of freaked out and don't understand what's going on, but they're having changes in their body. There's changes with their heart.
Your headache, you'll have headaches, you'll have heart palpitations.
Low energy, a lot of that comes from the sun.
A lot of that's coming from what's going on with the solar system right now and the magnetic fields around the earth.
I can't hardly stay out for long periods of time. I go out and come in, and Danny's got to where he's working in the shop because you can't stay out in this heat for long. If you work in it, take precautions and wear, I know it's hot, but if you learn to wear long sleeves and coverings and stuff so you don't get so burnt, I guess you would say.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it. People say, oh, you can take this or you can take that. No, it has nothing to do with what you can take to get rid of it. It's the simple fact, it's the geomagnetic fields around the earth. It messes with us. Our bodies are in tune. We are made from the earth. God made us from the dust of the earth, you know.
Shaky and tilty feeling. Danny has that a lot because if the earth moves, he swears the other day, I didn't feel it, but he did. Thought it was earthquake, but it really wasn't. We figured out it was Camp Shelby.
Yeah, well, they were detonating large bombs not far from where we live at here, getting guys ready to head out to overseas to Russia. So you know, they were training these guys.
Mike has it too. Jen said I thought it was menopause, but Mike has it too.
Oh no!
I don't think he has menopause.
I hope he don't have menopause.
It's funny.
Rocking Chair Society with Sylvia Dunn says, had serious AFib this morning. Yeah, my heart during the day when we go through these, my heart will get out of rhythm sometimes pretty bad. Does it affect the inside of the house? Yes, it doesn't matter if you're inside, outside, whatever. It's still the only way to get away from it is to go deep underground.
Okay, so wait a minute, we jumped. Well, can this magnetic field affect arthritis?
Yes, it can definitely affect arthritis.
Tracy said, I see well-tanned people who are purple. Ugh. Yeah, that would be kind of weird.
That would be weird.
Okay, one lady said her cataract was bothering her. The other lady was hard of hearing and said, I thought you had a winking continental.
A winking continental, that's a joke.
Okay, I got you. Thank you, Wild Turkey.
What size wire do you make electroculture with? 12 gauge wire on that.
You're going to incorporate that? I don't remember.
What is that?
Yeah, say it out loud. He don't know what, if he says stuff that y'all can still hear him. He always says it, and I'm like, you know they hear y'all.
Well, I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about...
I can't remember what we talked about.
I don't either. It was past 15 minutes ago.
We'll work it in, y'all.
Yeah.
Whatever. Where are we at?
We are going down 175 and saw a convoy of 15 Hummers. Janice, they're getting them ready to ship out. That's why you're seeing them.
Yeah, there's all kinds of weird stuff going on. It's according... These solar flares don't affect everybody all at once.
No.
It's according because
and look,
where it comes in at.
I talked to a very reputable company. Somebody's asking about their wife's pacemaker. Will they be affected? CMEs and they don't affect pacemakers. The battery is it's too small for it to actually affect anything. Now that's what they told me. Because I was curious, because at the time I was looking into it, my mom and dad were both alive, or my dad was alive and he had a pacemaker, and I was looking into it for him. And they told me that they didn't think that the CMEs or anything like that would affect a pacemaker.
Okay. Um, Trying to think. Whatever.
Let's see
Because we're
here.
after 9. Well, Jesse,
Danny,
I'm with you with a sore back and stuff because we've
okay.
been working, doing all kinds of stuff, and we're wore out every day.
Robert Mitchell said, Danny, my Keeneback potatoes have a green tint. Are they still safe to eat? That green tint really is not safe to eat. That is a toxin that gets into potatoes from being exposed to too much light. I mean, you'd have to eat a 50-pound bag of them for it to be really harmful to you.
Yeah.
But it depends on how sensitive you are to that problem. Now, if you're real sensitive to it, it wouldn't take many of them. But I mean, you could. We don't eat any of them as green for us. Let me put it that way.
All right. So let's go ahead and have our prayer, and then we'll talk about
Yeah.
tip and all the other stuff. You got a tip? I don't even know if you do.
We'll see.
He'll think about
I'll
it
think
in
about
the last
something.
minute.
Yeah. Okay, we are getting past our time here. We need to pray. Father, we're so thankful for such a good week you've given us. Lord, your bounty has been amazing to us. You've taken good care of us, and we praise you for that, Father. Lord, there's so many people here tonight who's mentioned lots of physical issues here tonight's been mentioned. Lots of people are having some psychological issues because of what's going on in the solar system here now, and we know that this is cyclical. This happens every so many hundreds and so many thousands years. Lord, so I'm going to ask that you help everybody to be able to deal with what's coming, not to panic. It's a fact of life now. This is going to be happening periodically, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. Medication's not going to correct it, so we've got to learn to adjust and to focus strictly on you, and to realize this is something that our world, our universe is just causing, Lord. So I'm praying for everybody that's having these problems. I'm praying for those who have found out that they have certain illnesses. I'm praying for those who have, these people who don't talk about it very often, but they have doctor's appointments and they have tests that's being run and stuff like that. And I'm praying for those people, Lord. Mr. Ray tonight asked specifically a prayer for his wife. And if I'm correct, I believe she has lupus, the best I remember, and a few other issues. And I'm praying for her tonight that she'd have a special answer to prayer in her life that would help her to be able to combat and overcome the issues that she's having now. So go with us tonight. A lot of people are having bad weather, Lord. A lot of people's places have been destroyed. That really bothers me when that happens, but I know there's a lot more to come, but I also trust that you'll take care of your own through this now. We love you. Ask that you forgive us. We ask this in Christ's name. Amen.
Yeah, I wanted to mention too, I'd forgotten, a homestead journey. Lucian and, what was her name? They came and visited us, young couple. One of them was from California, and he was from Canada.
He was from Canada.
And she was from California. They came and visited us about 4 or 5 years ago, and we've been following them on their journey. And they called their channel Homestead Journey, and they had moved to Texas and was building their homestead. And one of those storms that came through the other day, the tornado, hit their place. So check out a homestead journey and give them a little love. Watch a few videos and stuff, because they're having to do some cleanup and stuff there.
Yeah. We need a shirt that says "Don't panic." Oh.
That's gonna go over real good because everybody panics anyway.
Yeah. Anything coming to Baytown, Texas? Well, the answer to that, everything, Susie, the answer to that would be yes. There is something coming to Baytown, Texas.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you a timeline on it, though. Let's see here. What do we need to talk about right here at the moment? There's so much that's fixing to happen. get prepared. Fuel prices are fixing to go up. I'm going to tell you that. Pay attention to the other side of the globe right now. There's things fixing to start happening in the other side of the world. There's the thing that really disturbs me right now. We have a huge Russian military maneuver that is fixing to happen just off the coast of Florida, right on the edge of Cuba down here. And this is very unnerving to me because I know what's fixing to happen on their side of the world, and it bothers me that they're this close while we're doing something we ain't supposed to be doing over there. So that's not it's not a good thing. We don't have another Kennedy in office right now to put his foot down. Yeah. Let's just say, and that's not a good thing that they're here doing military maneuvers. We have submarines. We have a fleet of ships out here, and it's just not good. It's not good. 1962 all over again. Yeah, it's if you live on the eastern seaboard of the United States, and let's just say if you happen to be North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, any of those states, I would start paying attention at this moment to what's going on around you. There's some things happening in your states that has put you on extreme high alert, and I would really start digging into it if I was you. I would start looking. I can't use the words here and I can't speak the words here because it'll just get us in trouble. But if I lived in those 3 states and Washington State, if I lived in any of those 4 states, I would start really digging into paying attention to what's happening in my state right now, because there's some big time issues that has y'all state on extreme high alert.
Okay. I was reading Jen and Mike's. Not sure Sniffy knows where his feet are, let alone put one down for anything.
Yeah.
He can't put his feet down. Okay. So we were going to mention this was up. That's what I was going to say.
Okay. I couldn't remember if that's what you wanted me to do or not.
Yeah.
Well, guys, how many?
I don't know how many's up on the site, but we're going to be giving away 2.
One of my other things tonight is I want to bless somebody tonight. I always like blessing people, you know? And those of you who see this right here, you know what this is?
Does anybody want any?
Does anybody want any of this?
Let's see.
Let's see who can guess what this is.
And do you need it?
And don't buy it if you don't need it now. But do you know what that is?
Well, yes, Danny, come on, gold. Like Mike and Jen said, gold.
Gold. Yes, I want to be able to bless 2 people tonight.
Miss Lippy's gonna see. She's supposed to be paying attention, so that she's gonna be picking 2 names out of something I gave her earlier and see what she says.
Yeah.
And, so we're gonna be blessing 2 people, but I know Danny's done said the prayer. You gonna give them any tips? Before I tell them what I'm gonna tell them. Y'all don't take off, because somebody might win this, and I need addresses.
Don't get out of the chat right now, because somebody's gonna win that.
All right, Lippy said winners. Let me go see. Texas Chopper and Joel Henderson. So y'all send me.
Okay, Texas Chopper, Joel Henderson, contact us with your information. You just won 2 packs.
1 pack each.
Well, 1 pack each of Danny corn.
And I will ship out next week. But
now that's not the big surprise. The big surprise is Ms. Wanda snuck into my stash, and
all right, Jay Robinson. I'll make it 3. Jay Robinson, send me an email. Let me write that down before I forget.
Miss Wanda snuck into my stash, and she has put some Danny corn at the end of this program.
It's up now.
Oh, it's up now. She is going to.
It may be gone by now, but it was up.
It was up. Okay. We put some Danny corn up on the Etsy store just to be able to bless somebody, and so guys, it's there. If you want some, you'll have to make sure you get it.
I do not have any Cherokee tan pumpkin seeds.
I actually planted some today.
Yeah, we have very little seeds left.
Yeah, we're about to run out. Yeah.
And we were hoping to have a lot of them this year so that we could replenish some. We've got enough for a while. It is golden. You can eat it, and I do plan on having some fried corn this week.
This ain't been sprayed with nothing. This has been run through the freezer, so you don't have to put it in the freezer if you don't want to.
Yeah, I got into Danny's stash.
She snuck into my stash. Oh. Can I save seed from the Danny corn I grow? Yes, you can, Auntie Ann.
Okay. I have some Anasazi corn, and I have
we do have.
I have lots of different types of corn, but we don't plant usually one type of corn at a time because we don't want it cross-pollinating. And last year and this year, Danny chose to plant his Danny corn. Now next year he may plant something different. We got some Jimmy Red from JT West. Joey sent us some, and Danny's wanting to plant some of that. So I don't know. Can you plant a late crop? Possibly. It's going to be a while before it gets.
When this comes out, I won't have time.
Yeah. Okay.
It won't have time.
Well, that's true. But could we plant some somewhere else, just a small row, and just let it go? We just 40 acres and we have no room. I'm sorry.
We don't have enough land cleared off.
We say we have nowhere to put anything, but there's so many trees and bushes and things, and you have to clean off a spot for everything. So let me see what I got going on.
Oh, let's see here.
The white okra, if ours makes.
If ours makes anything, we might put some up, but. Okay, my new Tennessee home says I'm growing gourd tooth corn for the first time this year. I had gourd tooth corn.
We still got some.
And I've got it in a freezer. I grew it many years ago. It is probably one of the best corns for making corn flour.
Yeah. So Emerald got some Danny corn. So there was some up. I'm not going to tell you how long. Usually when I say that, within 5 minutes, it's all sold.
Yeah.
I think I put about 50 up, and it just takes me a while to be able to get them ready because I have to take them out of the freezer, acclimate them for 24 hours, and then I have to stamp all the envelopes with 2 different stamps.
If you want Danny corn, go to my Etsy store. If there's any left,
Deepsouthhomestead.etsy.com. Yeah, Miss Libby's put it up.
Yeah.
But it takes me to do 50 packs, it would probably take me a couple of hours to package it because I have to weigh each one and then you have to seal them. And lots of times, if I don't think they're going to hold, I'll put a piece of tape on them, so you got to tape them.
Somebody said, give a thumbs up. It's at 666.
Somebody hit something. Y'all go give some more thumbs up.
Oh, man.
The envelopes that we're using here came off Amazon. You can get a whole pack. I think I get 500 at a time.
Yeah.
In a pack off Amazon. So if anybody's needing stuff like that. Thank you, Giggles Mama.
Okay.
All right. So do you have any more tip, or are we just out of tip time?
Well, it's one of them things. I mean, y'all just be aware of what's going on around you, especially if you live in the 4 states I just mentioned. If you live in those 4 states,
and the others, the heat is going to be really rough.
Yeah, if you live in the Pacific Northwest, you're going to have a lot of heat. But the good thing is that you're fixing to cool down pretty drastically after this heat dome is over with. But now Texas,
Y'all just keep getting it. It
you
flows
guys,
through
look,
there.
I don't know. If I lived in Texas, I probably would move. But
if you live, most states should move, and we'd end up in Mississippi.
I mean,
you're just a Mississippi person.
No, it's not that. Texas has got a lot of issues coming. You know.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, I hate it for them, but and we live along the Gulf Coast, you know, and
we've got some issues.
We've got some issues coming that we're very concerned about. Matter of fact, all the Gulf states has a huge issue coming up, and we are just, you know, Wanda and I have been trying to make plans of what we're going to do if this particular issue happens, and so, you know, we're not running, but we're trying to actively prepare ourselves in the event that it actually does come to fruition.
And the thing is, if you know Jesus as your Savior and you've been saved, you just take it and just leave it at the altar. That's all you have to do. Prepare what you can prepare. If you need water, food, medicine, clothes, whatever, if you plan a backup route, how to get out of your town. That's number one, is to figure out a way. If something happens in your town and you need to get out, figure your way. Have your bag ready, just you can grab and go if you have to. Because just like these tornadoes and things like that, you never know when you might need something, and get out of the house real quick. You know, these people didn't know tornadoes were coming. When hurricanes come through, we don't know where it's going to hit and what it's going to tear up. So you have to be prepared, and then leave it with the Lord. That's my tip. Yeah,
I mean, guys, it's Wanda and I have prayed and prayed, and we know that the Lord has put us here. Now, are we in a danger zone? Yeah, we're on the fringes of it. Let me say that.
But almost everybody is.
But we're no different. If we go somewhere else, I mean, I've looked at the whole United States, and there's high probability that every state in the United States is going to be affected by what's fixing to happen in these 4 or 5 states I just mentioned to y'all. It's a very high probability that all states will face the same issues in the very near future. It's just that these 4, right now, they've noticed a particular event taking place, and it has them on very high alert. So
raw food writer, they probably will, I'm not going to say that out loud, but they probably will sometime close to election time.
What's that?
You read it, don't say it out loud.
Oh,
don't say it out loud.
It probably will be announced within the next...
Close to election.
Oh, I don't think it's going to take it that long. I'm going to probably say by the end of summer.
Yeah.
By the end of summer.
Do that.
Yeah, because
Mr. Joel, it's Deepsouth Homestead at gmail.com.
All
right, so we got to go. There's going to be a lot of distractions.
Yes.
Don't get distracted.
Remember, guys, I have told you guys over and over and over, build your faith. Do not put your hope and trust in any man for leadership, okay? Right at this point, it's not going to really matter who it is, okay? Because we are fixing to go into a major issue. As a matter of fact, we've already deployed a lot of people in preparation. So let's just keep our minds on the Lord, and let's focus on what He put us here to do. Let's grow our food. Mm-hmm. Let's
talk about the Lord. Share your experiences with other people, because if you don't, who will?
Yeah.
That's what we're here for, is to tell others about Jesus. And if you don't mention it, I mean, don't push it down people's throat. Don't do that. But if you don't at least mention it, find a way to add it in the conversation, and at least open a door, maybe. All right. All right, so we got to go.
We got to get off of here. We've been on here too long tonight, guys. We appreciate all of y'all for coming in here tonight. If you don't have any Danny corn and there's any still left over on the Etsy store,
they said it sold out already.
Oh, is it? Oh,
I told you. It sells out. I'm sorry,
oh, well,
guys.
We tried. At least we know 50 people got more corn?
53.
Or 53, and then go, hey, keep watching, because you never know. Miss Wanda might sneak into my stash again. You never know.
When I have a few minutes to spare to count corn.
Yeah.
To weigh it out. I'm not, he's the counter. I weigh it out, know approximately what's there, and I weigh everything. So
Yeah.
see you guys later.
All right. Good night, guys.